My background being similar on the baseball side, I think there's this, maybe it's ego, I don't know, but it's like, hey, we were this, so our kids naturally should also be in sort of line with how we did it, right? Maybe it's how we worked and got, persevered, and the adversity and how we dealt with it. Granted, my kids are younger than yours, but there's this always kind of this frustration, I think, sometimes that arises because the expectations that we set on our kids are based upon the path that we had, and for us to have to say, well, why don't we just let them kind of be their own person? It's a lot easier said than done.
But when you get your ego out of the way, it's like they get one childhood. It's their path. So like I could talk about like my daughter who at 10, 11, be like 12, I want to play college soccer. Great. What do you think someone who's going to play college soccer is doing when they're not at practice? They're practicing on their own.
Hmm.
Fantastic. How are you going to do that? Right. And then so there was this kickback wall in our neighborhood. And then, she would go there for like 2 or 3 days and then would stop going. Right. And then 2 months later, and so my job as a parent, I think, was just to be honest and be like, listen, I hear what you're saying, but your actions are not matching what your ambition is. And that's okay, because no one has to be a college athlete, but don't kid yourself into thinking that that's the path you're on if you're not going to do and you're not going to put in the work to get there.